Child, they might as well bring Arian on this show because the way they talk about her. Bring her to the show and let's sit her right here on the couch so she can say what she got to say. Thank you for clicking on the video. Welcome back to the channel. This is another review for Love and Marriage Huntsville, the season 3, the reunion part 2. We're picking up where we left off with Martell not wanting to answer the question of, whether or not he'd be married to Arian if he never met Melody, and he just sitting there quiet. And Kimmy like, the silence is deafening. You are right. But the silence might not mean that. The silence might mean he ain't trying to mess up his thing with her either. Because like Melody she says, she feels like it's a thing of he wants them both. He can't leave either of them alone. And so that's where he at. And that's plausible because the continuing relationship that he has carried on with Arian and Melody just proves that. He want them both. He in love with 2 women. Child. But that's too bad because only one of them is willing to stick around for the bullshit. And that's Arian, not Melody. She talks about their past, she's because, she ain't just had them 4 kids by osmosis. She believed her husband when he said that it was over. And then she caught him with another phone. He had injured himself and crawled to the phone on his hands and knees and got caught on his knees checking that other phone. And so there was that. Carlos says that he believes that Martell at least tried. You are going to get some backlash for that, Carlos, because no, he ain't trying. He trying to cheat good. He's trying to, that's what he tried at getting away with it. Tried at pleasing Melody and keeping her home with his children and being able to have Arian over there on the side. That is where he tried. Now, tried to be a faithful husband? No. How? He got a whole outside baby now. He wasn't trying, Carlos. But he does believe that he wasn't honest about how he truly feels about Arian because, Carlos feels like Martell is in love with Arian. I personally don't feel like that's it at all. Like I said, I think he just wants to be able to have them both. I think that Arian pleases him sexually in a way that Melody does not. And that's where he's at with it. He say, I love her for those qualities, my wife and my mother, and being the mother to my children. But she ain't really freakily like Arian, because Arian must be putting it down. That is all he talks about. She pleased me. She was able to please me. She pleases me. Okay, we get it. We get it. Melody says, well, let me ask you this. If someone is your everything, your full course meal, as you said, then what's the need for the other women? Like somebody's not full. Somebody is, out here just, I don't know, gallivanting. They need to figure out, why there's this hunger for women, like, and multiple of them, like just to have a woman here, a woman there, a woman over here, a woman over there. Like he want hoes in different area codes. He's trying to live his life like that. And Melody suggests he see a therapist. I'm with you on that for a number of things. Not only that, but Martell gives something else. He ain't operating on the same level as the rest of us mentally wise. I just don't believe that. Martell says, well, it's just because, just because I'm with somebody, sleeping with somebody, I done been sleeping with this woman for the last 5 years don't mean that I'm going to marry her. And Melody says, well, you know what? You're right. You've always said if you divorcing me, you're definitely not going to marry her. You have said that. You're absolutely right. Kimmy. She's asked her opinion, and she definitely feels like he has feelings for Arian. And Maurice agrees, and it's probably why Martell exhibits so much shame and guilt, for having feelings for her. Carlos asks if anybody has been around to see the interaction between Arian and Martell. Maurice just immediately is like, no. And Marceau says yes. And I'm trying to figure out why Maurice is lying. Marceau posted a picture of their guys trip in Atlanta where they out at a club somewhere, and they are all there. They are all there. So I'm trying to figure out why Maurice trying to act like he ain't seen that girl out in public. Like, he's really on some bro code mess right now, and he continues that. They were supposed to go to the guys trip, and she showed up, you know. So that's when they met her, or where they saw her at. And Marceau says that they did tell him, you know, like, this isn't a good look. This ain't cool. This ain't it. He also says that Martell is a completely different person around Arian. And of course, it's like, how so? He says that he's more aggressive. We didn't dive into that, but I need to know what that means. Like, is he more like overtly sexual? I think that's what he means. Like, he probably slapping her on the ass and grabbing ass and kissing all on her. Like, he probably going overboard amongst the brothers. Melody says that she's heard that too. She's heard that as well from another friend of his. What do you mean, Marceau? He can be more aggressive. Okay, I already said that. Maurice wants to clarify again that he was not there. And Marceau says that on the trip, that was the only time that she pulled up, but he has seen them out and about together. And Melody's like, out and about? Out and about? So in Atlanta and Huntsville? And they like, no. We were in Atlanta, and that was the only time. But like, yeah, I guess he has seen them out and about. I don't know what that meant. Marceau says that he knew about Martell and Arian 3 or 4 months before Melody did. You know, so like everybody knew besides Melody. Kimmy is like, did you know, or like, did you like just assume? Like, you know, like, let's clarify on that. Marceau says he really didn't have to prove anything. But he can tell it just wasn't it. Tisha says, what do you mean? Melody clarifies. He talking about the difference between a Honda and a Bentley. That's what he talking about. Girl, okay. Martell says, y'all got a degree from the same place. Like, don't disrespect the mother of my child. We got a child together now. Don't disrespect her. Don't be trying to make it seem like that girl dumb now. I think she a whole nurse. So she's not stupid, Melody. Now, she ain't got no street smarts out here messing with a married man, but like, she ain't dumb. She's not dumb. Carlos asked Tisha, you know, how you felt? How do you feel about knowing that they was out clubbing, you know, with the side piece? And she said she was pissed. He came home and told her about it, and she felt like it was disrespectful, period. Kimmy is trying to figure out why anybody stayed, you know, for the situation. Like, why was y'all sitting around with Arian just at the club with y'all? Why would you stick around? Maurice says he gonna stick around because he can't be no help from outside the club. Yes, you can. Because you know what you can do? You can be done told him, listen, either you tell your wife or I'm going home and tell mine. And you know she gonna tell her. So I need you to do what you need to do. You know, especially because they're all friends. Now, like, if I saw one of Tim's friends out with another woman, it's no talking about it. I'm definitely gonna go to him about it. Like, did you not, let me tell you who I just saw down to the club. You ain't gonna believe it. And it's gonna be up to him to do the right thing, or, you know, I mean, the right thing is to get your friend together across the board. And so you gather them, and then you remove yourself from the situation, because being around, you're complicit. Like, you okay with it, for real. You okay with your friend just flaunting another woman around when you know, when you have your own friendship with their spouse. That's not okay, Maurice. That's not okay. And he really was trying to justify it. No. He loved to talk around and around and around and try to justify his bullshit. Maurice, please. No. Because I feel like you just trying to be messy. Like, you just want to sit around and watch. You messy. They break for lunch. You know, Melody's talking to the girl. She want to know why we putting so much emphasis on Arian. Like, why are we giving her so much camera time? Can we move on? You know, everybody goes back to their dressing room, and she's talking to Vanessa and her glam squad and all of that. She got a whole poster. And I'm like, you gonna bring the poster board out? What the poster board doing there? She got a poster board full of pictures of she and Martell. She said that those were sent to her through, by him via phone, but she done got them blown up, put on the poster board, and it said, this is why, because she's saying this is why. I guess he's so miserable. I don't know. It didn't land, and I'm trying to figure out why we did that in the first place, Melody. Anyway, they in there talking about how Vanessa should suggest that, she might have to file for full custody, and Melody's like, that's not going to go over well. And I don't think so either. I think Martell would take drastic measures to make sure Melody don't get them kids full time. And if you watch enough investigation discovery as I watch, then she better watch. Martell is crazy, and we don't know what he's capable of. We just don't know. I just don't know. I just don't know, y'all. He has a look about him that is just I don't know about you. Like I said, it's just not we not working with the same mental capacity. I just don't think so. I just don't think so. I think that would be all bad if she tried to do that, and she wants to move away. She starts breaking down about hating Huntsville, and this is why she don't like being around there. It's just too much for her. She want to take them kids and go. She's ready to do that. I say do it. I say do it and tell his ass, you can come around here, like Atlanta ain't far. Get in your car and come on up here and visit if that's what you want. Or sometimes I can drive them down there to you, but I'm leaving Huntsville. And that's just that. You cannot make me stay in Huntsville. We can co-parent from around there. No, Melody. Get out. Get out. In Kimmy and Maurice's room, they're discussing, the whole situation, and they both felt bad for Melody. Kimmy also tells Maurice that she didn't appreciate him saying that he's just going to stick around the side piece and Martell around there at the club. And Maurice stands on what he said, like he said what he said. Of course, she said what she said. He said, I guess we're at an impasse. Yeah, because you want bullshit, and you're not about to try to convince Kimmy that that's not bullshit. In Tisha and Marceau's room, they both feel like Martell, was being a douche per usual. Tisha doubles back to that Atlanta trip again. And she's like, Maurice was definitely on that trip. So why he trying to say he wasn't on the trip? Yeah, that's not okay. We really just breezed on past that. Like, there's not pictures out there. Like, Carlos, that was your moment. You're supposed to say, oh, really? We saw that Marceau posted a picture of all of y'all on the trip. You were there. Did you not see her? Did you leave before she got there? Missed opportunity. But he ain't posted till after the show aired. So there's that. Destiny comes, and everybody is headed back to the stage. Okay, so now we're going to talk about Destiny and her divorce. And why you wouldn't talk about it on camera. And she says that she was in a complicated place with LeBeric. Like, they were fighting, but they could have got back together, like, any day. So she didn't want to disrespect him or mess nothing up. She also kept it cute, for the sake of law. He asked, if she cheated. No, first he asked if he cheated, and she says no. Did you cheat? No. But there were breaks. Girl, what does that mean? Like, why are we just breezing over the questions we need to dive into? Because what you mean a break? When was y'all on break? When was y'all on break, girl? How long was the break? What was the break for? These are questions that I want to know. I just need the answer. Maybe I'm just the only one that wanted them answers, but I needed him to dive into that. Carlos asked Martell about his comment towards Destiny, in regards to her divorce being her fault because she got too much mouth. But he says she and Melody got too much mouth, and that's why she divorced now. And Martell, he stands in his misogyny. A man don't want no mouthy woman. That's just that. And when a man trying to be a man, I got to be a man. Like when I'm trying to be a man, I don't want no mouthy woman when I'm being a man. Whatever that means. Destiny says that LeBeric filed 3 weeks after she had the baby. And so again, we didn't dive into that, but she threw that out there. They bring up Destiny not wanting to take his last name. And, Kimmy says that it could be a deal breaker. Melody wants to know why it's even an issue. And it is a good conversation to dive into, I guess. I'm not one of those women that are hung up on taking my man's last name. It is definitely about legacy. We have a son, and so he's going to carry the Anderson name. I can't carry the Busby name. Like, my brother hopefully has a son, and he can carry the Busby name because the Busby name got to go on. It got to go on. But I didn't need to hyphenate to keep it going on. You know what I'm saying? I think that the progressive woman just can't wrap her mind around doing it. Like, people be having their reasons, and it's like respect. But take that man last name. It's just a last name, okay? Like, you still gonna have your accolades and all that you do. We know that you're you. Like, people gonna always know you as that. Because people still like it. This is hence call me Busby. People are still calling me Busby from high school, college. That's just a name that's followed me. A nickname, that is. Like, that. It's not even Brittany. It's not Britt. It's Buzz or Busby. Across the board. My husband don't mind. Like, it's a name. Come on. He know what it is. He know what it is, ladies. It's not that deep. They ask her, how they're doing now. She says that they're co-parenting very well. He's allowed in her space. He can come over and see Law whenever he wants. It's cool. Are you dating? No, it's dry. But she's open to dating. Carlos says, are you open to Jalen? And she says she wouldn't do that to Jalen or Kimmy. Like, it's been a while. She'll hurt that boy. Girl, okay. She says she got big dick energy. Marceau told her, no, you got little dick and giving very much beta male. I was cracking up, y'all. I was cracking up. Can we move on from Destiny? Yeah, okay. We return from break, and then now we got Tiffany and Louis. They have joined the group. They replay their package and all of that, and Carlos starts with Tiffany, about how the audience perceived her. It was a lot of hate. She says she's surprised that she didn't go jump off a building. The first week was very rough for her. Carlos says the fans, they don't like change. They gave Destiny the business too, so you all right, girl. Marceau and Tisha feel like they are BSing us all. Like, what they gave on TV is bull. They think that there is definitely more, but they weren't willing to share. Martell, he over there playing devil's advocate. He was doing that all night. He over there playing devil's advocate saying, we just now getting to know them, like this. Why would you expect a whole lot their first season? We're getting to know them. Like, just cut them some slack. Kimmy chimes in. Kimmy and Marceau, it was like they had an agreement. We gonna get that ass when they come out here. Because they deserve. And I think that they did the right thing, because Tiffany was sitting there quiet the entire time, really. Unless she was like asked a question. Unless she was asked to speak, she ain't add nothing. It was Louis having to, defend the both of them, because that's what they do. She like kind of cowers down and just sits back and lets him handle it all. Girl, where is all of that smoke? Where's all that smoke? Kimmy chimes in, and they, now we're bringing up the vaping situation, and Maurice, he trying to figure out why we even talking about the kids. And Kimmy want to know why Louis selling wolf tickets. He get round to the house, and now it's well, I'm glad I ain't have a shot, because if I had a shot, who knows what would. And Kimmy's like, what would have happened? What would have happened? Nothing. You wouldn't have did nothing. Like, so please, let's not do all of that. Let's not be backpedaling, because Louis, they do stuff, and then he has to do, give this PR response like, oh, it's all good, we good, it's cool, we good, it's not that serious. Like, and even on the butt, like, I squashed that too. It's good, we're cool. Okay. All right. we start talking about the transparency, them being so transparent. Marceau feels like that's BS. Where's the transparency? Like, you guys gave us, that little spat you had about the haircut, which was nothing. And y'all ain't gave nothing. And, now he got a problem with them having so much advice. And it's like, how can you give advice, especially on marriage, when you both have failed marriages and you two ain't been married but 11 months? So I'm trying to figure out, like, what makes you experts? Louis say we're not experts, but I mean, we do have something to add, because going through a divorce means that I learn from my mistakes. And Marceau is like, you could have learned from them same mistakes with the person. So, like, what you saying? They went back and forth. Carlos asks, about, is there anything that Louis and Tiffany have not shared on television, but they know? And everybody's like, it's a resounding yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And Kimmy says, when the time comes up for them to be transparent, they sweep things under the rug, and it's nothing. And then Kimmy says, I heard Tiffany got fired from the chambers. That's what I heard, and my source is very reliable, because Tiffany, she over there looking guilty, but she just, no. Girl, you lying. You lying. Kimmy's source is somebody that worked down there too, so I'm sure she ain't lying. Carlos asked Melody her opinion on it all, and she says that she knows. Now you don't know Tiffany that well, Melody. Girl, you was trying to say that was your best friend and that you know her so well, and you told us she was so transparent. You came in with that. And now it's, I know her on a business level, on a professional level, not really personally, like I don't know how she deals in her friendships. But y'all supposed to be friends. So how she deal with you? Girl, okay. Kimmy thinks that she's lying. And, she feels like there's a transparent conversation that needs to be had. Is that it? Yeah. Okay, so how do y'all feel about what Marceau is saying, Tiffany? And Tiffany is just like, everybody has an opinion, like everybody has an asshole. And Marceau say, yeah, well, don't give me your asshole. No, don't share your asshole with me. That's what he said. Tisha says she tired of people coming into the fold. I'm like, who else came into the fold besides Destiny? Anyway, she says she tired of people coming into the fold and trying to give them marriage advice. They've been married the longest. Put some respect on their motherfucking marriage. And that's where we in. And next week, yes, God, we gonna have Wanda. Yes, play the music for Miss Wanda when she come through there. She gonna be on the thing with Vanessa, and I'm sure this is going to be everything we want. Everything we want to see. Melody and Martell gonna have, I don't know why we're doing this. Haven't we done this, Carlos? We did this at the earlier part. Like, why we sitting down with just the two of them? Why? Please don't make us sit through that. Like, I'm trying to figure out what else y'all need to say to one another that hasn't already been said. We have, like, went over this thing ad nauseum. I can't do it. I can't do it no more. Please. At least let it be for the first half, and let's leave Wanda and Miss Vanessa at the end. Like, give us them in the meat of the episode. Because that's what I want. That's what I'm here for. It's probably going to be really good, which is why it was saved for the third part, because normally they give us the mess in the last little parts of the reunion special. Okay, that's it. So be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's Call Me Busby, and I'll chat with you later. Bye. Peace and light.